So check it out. I completed and uploaded Bit Crate version 2.0 for Ableton Live 11.3.4 to my Patreon channel. That's www.patreon.com/8bitbandit. You're gonna have to subscribe for $3 to go ahead and enjoy this. Give me 1 second here. But yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of show you guys how to install it. I've made a lot of upgrades to the memory of it. I've key locked all 10,000 samples, which is cool. So if you want to make a song and say like, A flat minor, it's gonna do its best to lock into that. And I'll just kind of go through here really quickly how to install it. So once you've downloaded it from my Patreon channel, the link, you're gonna go ahead and unzip this file right here, um, next to little Nicky Cage there. And once you're inside the folder structure, there's going to be 3 folders, right? The main folder, there's a tutorial as well, all included here. It's going to break down some installation notes, stuff that I'm not gonna that I'm basically covering right now. But essentially, what I've done is I've created all the different keys in Camelot, from 1A to 12B, so to speak, in minor and major chords, of all of these samples in specific sessions. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, in order to install this right, you're going to want to open each of these sessions. That's really important because all the samples are going to be in here, inside of the session itself. So for instance, I'm going to open this. Hold on, let me do that. And so there it is, it opened. And what you're going to want to do is, hold on, let me save this. This is me not being prepared. That's okay though. Let's see here, desktop. And we're going to call that blah. We'll come back to blah in a second. That's because that's what I made of with the A flat minor. I'll show you guys how it works. So just give it a second. I'm going to close Ableton. I'm going to go ahead and open A flat minor. Double click that. It's going to open Ableton. So yeah, it's really important that you open each one. One of the things that didn't work very well with Bitcrate, the first version of it in 2014, was that samples would get lost and so forth. So I've basically made each key of these devices, with an encompassing folder with all the samples. And so what's going to happen is you're going to save the ADG file from this session in your folder. In your Ableton user library, and it's going to import all those samples to it. That way you don't ever have to search for these samples again. They're all going to get loaded. You just do all 24, and then you can drag and drop the ADT wherever you want, the ADG, sorry. And yeah, it's really cool. Sorry, my computer is just slow as frickin' sin. So it should load here in a second. I probably should have had all this loaded, but I'm going to just show you how it's done. There it is. And so when you get into each of these bit crates, they're all going to be different colors. They're going to look just like this. You're going to be able to come down here and see that it's in 1A, A flat minor. You're going to be able to go ahead and, check out all these guys right here. And you'll be able to hit those. They are on choke. And so what I mean by that is you can't play more than one sample at once. You can make it do that if you want, but I'm just going to run through the installation here. We'll get back to that. The main thing you're going to do is once you start these sessions, you're going to hit this save button right here. It's so important. What that's going to do is it's going to say, hey, you want to save this instrument rack? You're going to hit the enter button on your keyboard. Do not forget to do that. It will not import the samples. Once you do, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Mine is going to say, hey, do you want to overwrite it? Of course I do. But yours won't say that. It's going to go ahead and copy all of these files into your library. Then you're good. Then you can just drag and drop these ADG files right here in your instrument rack, and that's going to be under your user library right here, into any session that you want, and then you're done. That's it. That's that easy. I've made it way easier to install this time. And so I will show you. It's going to take some time. There's a lot of samples. Once you get it in there, this is the really cool feature that a Live 11 did, is this randomization feature. So I've basically created 16 different macro knobs that you can randomize all the different samples of that key. So, and you will never ever get anything remotely similar each time. I mean, you can take something like this, you know, take it, let's just, you know, something like that. And go ahead and add a little something to it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We'll put some drum loops on it, CR Tech, I don't know, whatever. We'll put something simple to it. And then and there you go. You're going to be rocking and rolling in no time. Now, you will not be able to turn that off. So the reason it's important you save it into user library is because if you have a session with this is really cool with Live 11. Like if I start making duplicates of a bunch of these to make more sounds, right? At once with this pad, it's not going to suck more memory out, which is really cool because it's a native Ableton device, which is low impact, and B, I reduced the overall memory by converting these to MP3, which is really, really important. And it's not going to degrade the quality because it's fucking 8-bit shit. So it's good to go there. But there's two ways you can use, say I want to make more noises than just one at a time. You know, when I push two keys at once, it's going to be on choke. So if I want to change that, I can hit this button right here, the IO button. I come and I highlight all of these and I turn the choke to none. So now, I can hit them at the same time if I want to. And then if I wanted to, say, add more. But I will warn people that because of the nature of this plugin, I defaulted everything to choke on 1. And the reason I do that is that's just how I like doing it. And so again, you can change that to none, or you can undo that, and it will always load natively to choke on 1 sample at a time. And again, if enough people yell at me, I will change that. But for now, I like it. And so the reason I like it is because I can continue to expand by duplicating this channel, right? And so I like this one, right? Turn this down a little bit. And then I can just add more on this one. It's not really going to suck more memory because, again, these are MP3s, and it's a native plugin, which is pretty slick. So you know, so I can sit here and add a bunch of shit, and that was, again, and I can basically, you know, continue to expand, duplicate, and again, it's already loaded all these samples in the buffer, so you can continue to expand, but you can add this randomization, right? You know, stuff like that. And I really like the way that I like to expand it using that way with the choke on. and having multiple things versus just shitting a bunch of MIDI into one note or to one clip. That's just how I produce. But this is Bitcrate Volume 2. And so I'm really excited. Again, if you go on my Patreon channel and subscribe, you guys can download this. I was going to release it for free, but it's taken a lot of fucking work to get this to do done right. And again, I got kids, man. I got these kids to feed. So anyway, support your local artists, people who are working hard to provide something really cool. Again, there's 10,000 samples. So the variation number on randomization is, I don't even know what. I would love to hear somebody's take on the math on that one. But yeah, you're gonna be getting some weird. And you can just go crazy with this thing. I mean, one of the cool things I was doing with it last night was, say, just soloing a track here. And then I like adding an ARP to the front of it, right? And then you turn your steps closer. Then you just randomize. Yeah, you can get some really cool stuff going. And by the way, this is compatible with the new push, which is sweet. That's another reason I did this. So again, you would just, you would export this to push, and again, all these samples are going to convert over to your push, and it should work. I do think though, since I don't have the new push, if anyone has any issues with this, please hit me up, let me know, and I will fix that. Because again, if enough people subscribe, I will get a new push. But for now, I don't have it, but it should be compatible because this is compatible with the newest version. And I've made this as so that you have to import these samples, and then you would just export those to your push with, I think there's like a little push button or whatever that is down here now. I can't remember where it is. It's in your user library. Am I dumb? Anyways, someone correct me on that one, but there is a way to take, oh, right here, push, right? So you'd be able to drag and drop those sessions, I think, directly into push. Um, and they should work perfectly. There's no, I did not use anything, any trickery to get this going. And so, yeah, welcome to Bitcrate 2.0. Pretty fun stuff. You can do some really fun stuff. I mean, I've never, and this is just one. There's 24. So there are 24 devices that I've made and 24 sessions. So, I mean, sky's the limit. Whatever key you're playing in, you're going to be able to use it. So, again, this is Bitcrate Volume 2. Follow me on www.patreon.com /8BitBandit. Subscribe, and you will be able to download this immediately. Last note I will say about this is that I've put an emergency pack in here. So for any reason you have lost samples or something happens, there is literally all the raw files in here. I didn't unzip them in the folder because it's like 30,000 of them with the Ableton files. So you don't need them, but if you do, they're there, right? And then I've also included the ADG files as well. So you could technically double click these, but again, it's gonna say when you do that, it's gonna say where the fuck are these samples. So do yourself a favor and load these first. Literally load these sessions, double click those sessions, open them up and save those just like I explained and in the file, because it's gonna literally import them into your library. You're gonna be happy, you're gonna be done, and you're not gonna have to search for files again. But again, let me know if you guys have any questions. If there's any problems with this, I'll fix it. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. This is going to be a short stream today. Just kind of wanted to show you Bitcrate, man. I'm so excited about this. I've been working really, really hard on this one. So please subscribe to my Patreon channel, and I will. You'll be able to download it. So thanks.